how's it going, guys, and welcome back to another quick Dragon Quest Treasures guide. This time we're going to be discussing an easy way to get powerful early on by taking advantage of the fact that the game features real-time combat, no disobedience from higher level mons, and the fact that you can basically 4v1 every enemy in the game. So I am of course talking about the fact that in theory, if you were able to capture a high level monster while you yourself are a lower level, you'd get a pretty significant edge on future endeavors. So how do you facilitate this, you might ask? Well, there are a couple of things you're going to need. Firstly, make sure you've got some friendship pellets in your inventory, which can be obtained by buying them in either the works, which you unlock via the main quest line, or at one of the many pellet shops throughout the world. Next, you're going to need a team of 3 monsters, which, to be honest, it's not super important who you pick, but you're going to want to pick some monsters that can take a couple hits and hit pretty hard. So you can see my team here, while a bit higher level than you really need to be, it was also by no means optimized. But let's take a step back a little bit here and discuss context. Dragon Quest Treasures is not a turn-based RPG like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, for example, that deter the player from catching high-level opponents through making the Pokemon not listen, and the fact that you can't really do much when something double your level just hits you with Earthquake first turn. Dragon Quest Treasures, on the other hand, actually does have mechanics that encourage you to fight higher-level enemies. Enemies, depending on their level in relation to yours, will have a different colored text that reads out their name, indicating their threat level. Their actual levels are shown too, obviously, but this helps if you're looking at a lot of enemies at once. Anyways, enemies with red above their names are obviously the most dangerous and are far over-leveled compared to you and your monsters, and you'll even be warned about this by your companion character. However, if you do manage to defeat one of these, you will receive double XP. Also, if you watch my capture guide, you know that every time you defeat an enemy, you have a small chance of recruiting them. Anyways, with all of that, let's go over a specific example, but do note that this is sort of a general rule for getting OP fast and not something that has to be done in a set way. So if you follow where I'm going on screen, there's this field area where you must recruit the cooking NPC for your base. In this area, you can find wild Sabrecats, and as you can see, they're around level 30. In order to win fights against stronger enemies, understanding your role in battle is essential. While the player does have a pretty basic attack and their own special ability, in all actuality, you're going to want to play more of a support role and not specifically relegate yourself to DPS, though I will say some pellets are extremely lethal. Anyways, the best bet is to keep your distance and focus on healing your monsters rather than going in and attacking alongside them. Keeping them healthy will mitigate the odds of them getting completely knocked out, causing you to have to go in and revive them, thus making sure you and your monsters don't take too much damage. I found that the stun pellets, which are unlocked by story progression as well, are extraordinarily helpful in conjunction with either healing your monsters or setting up for a special attack. Make sure your dragon meter is raised to 3 before doing this, because you'll be able to actually spam 3 special attacks in order to maximize damage output. All you have to do is be close to the enemy when executing it and you'll always hit. The enemy I'm fighting here is very frail, but that won't always be the case, so it is important to make sure you're spamming these abilities when necessary. Don't forget as well to hit your enemies with that friendship pellet so you get better odds of successfully recruiting it. Do this for a few and you should eventually get one. Once actually scouted, you can purchase them for gold and resources. The Sabrecat was actually really cheap, so I do think it's a really good pick if you're going to do something like this. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't sleep on these higher level monsters because you can in fact tackle them, and if you do, you will be rewarded handsomely for it. That said, if you are enjoying Dragon Quest Treasures and are hungry for more content, definitely subscribe to my channel for daily monster taming videos. You can check out my Twitter, Discord, and Patreon as well. Special thanks to the patrons, especially Jim Hamilton, Droghost, Dark Persona, and Exodus, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.